Hey, how's it going? It's Martin. Welcome to another YouTube video. Today, I just have a very simple story to tell you. This story, I first heard this story from the book, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, which is an amazing book. You should definitely check it out. The story goes like this. So there was an American businessman who had taken a trip, and he flew down to Mexico. And he was in this small little coastal fishing village, and he was there for about a week or a week and a half on a trip with his wife. And he'd come down there just to kind of get away from it all, to relax, just, vacation. But he was fairly successful, so he spent his money, they organized this trip, came down, and he was enjoying it, but he was very busy, He brought his laptop, and he was doing a lot of different stuff while he was there, which, of course, you know how the feeling is. Everybody these days is connected with their phones, and you can't get away from anything. Of course, he had found a little bit of time to relax, but this one morning he woke up. He was up early because he had to do a conference call. He's outside in the. He's just basically walking down along this little this waterway thing, and he's on the phone with this guy. It's like, come on, man, what are you doing? We need to get these contracts signed, whatever it is. He's basically talking and walking, and he winds up seeing this this little fishing boat coming in. This Mexican guy is coming in, and he pulls up, docks his boat, and so he sees these two huge, enormous fish in the boat. I don't remember what kind of fish they were. I think that they were salmon, but I don't know if that makes sense. I don't even know if salmon swims in fresh water. Anyway, he sees the two fish, and he says to the Mexican fisherman, he says, "Wow, those are really, really big. Are you selling those, or what are you doing with them?" And the Mexican, he spoke a little bit of English, so he says to the man, he says, "Well, I bought one, which I am going to be selling, and the other one is for my family. We very much enjoy fish." So the American is like, "Wow, that's pretty impressive. How long have you been out fishing for this morning?" And the Mexican said, "Well, I got here about an hour ago, and just went out and caught these, and now I'm done." And the American's like, "Wow, that's pretty crazy. That was really fast. What are you going to do with the rest of your day?" And the Mexican says, "Well, I'm going to take the fish, I'm going to bring one to the market and sell it to a friend of mine who owns a shop there. And then the other one I'm going to bring home to my family. We'll cook that up. But basically the plans for the rest of the day are to spend some time with my kids and hang out with them, play some games, and then spend some time with my wife, take a siesta, and then later this evening I'm going to go into town and play guitar with my buddies." And the American's like, "Wow, that sounds fun," but I should tell you, I am actually, as it turns out, I went to college at a really good business school, and I learned a lot of stuff. Do you mind if I give you a little bit of business advice? And the Mexican guy's like, "Sure, why not?" So of course he's taking his fish and getting them put into the cooler and everything, and the American starts saying, "Well, listen, if you're able to catch two fish like this within an hour, you could probably go out and fish for like 8 or 10 or even 13 hours in a day and still have time for lunch and breakfast and stuff, and you can make a lot more money." So the Mexican's like, "That's interesting. And what would I do?" And so the American says, "Well, you sell all those fish, you make the extra money, you do this for a couple of months, and eventually you'll have enough money to buy an extra boat and maybe hire a guy. Then you could teach that guy your same tricks. You can both go out and fish, and you can bring in twice as much. And you can sell those, do the same thing, hire more people, and keep going out and fishing and bringing in tons and tons of money. You know how much money you can make?" The Mexican's like, "No, but that sounds interesting, and what would I do?" The American's like, well, trust me, you'd make plenty of money. You could eventually open up a big fishing company and even make a headquarters in Mexico City if you wanted to. And eventually, through your techniques, you could teach more people, build up this really big business, go fishing in all different areas. Don't you think that would be cool? And the Mexican's like, yeah, that sounds really, really interesting. And what then? So the American says, well, maybe, if it's really good, you could even open up an office, some offices in the United States and get a big New York business and, be like a huge fishing conglomerate. And the Mexican's like, wow, that's amazing. How long do you think that would take? And the American's like, well, if you could probably build it into a decent sized business in about 5 to 10 years. And then you could build it into that huge thing I was talking about, maybe 20 to 30 years. And the American's like, wow, and what then? The American says, and that's where the good part is. That is when you would be able to sell your business and make millions of dollars for yourself. And the Mexican's like, wow, and what would I do then? And the American says, you could do anything. You could move to a small coastal fishing village in Mexico and spend your time with your wife, wake up, go fishing whenever you want, spend time with your kids, take a siesta. In the evenings, you could go out and play guitar with your amigos. So I hope you get the moral of this story. The moral, if you don't get it, is why are we all so focused solely on achievement at the expense of enjoying life? That's what you need to do, and that's what this whole YouTube project is about. This is what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to show you that you don't have to be based on achievement to be able to live the life of your dreams. You can enjoy things, and you can spend time with your family and spend time with your friends and do whatever you want and make yourself happy, knowing that you are doing what life is about and not feeling sorry for yourself and bad that enjoying my life without achievement means I'm not worth enough. The truth is, if you enjoy life without achievement and you use that enjoyment to drive you towards more achievements and actually doing things that matter to you, you are enough. You're worth way more than you possibly think you are. You have to enjoy the process, and that's what I'm doing with these YouTube videos. I don't care. There's going to be some people who hate me. There's going to be some people. Leave your comments below if you are annoyed. Or if you have questions, I'll get back to you, okay? I'm not doing this for some ultimate goal. I'm doing it because it's fun to me, and this is an enjoyment. I've been doing some videos against flat backdrops, but pretty soon I'm going to be going out into the city and doing crazy stuff with these videos and just using this as an opportunity to enjoy life. Okay, I'm serious. I might look crazy right now, how happy or weird, whatever I look like to you. I don't have a mirror there, so I can't see. But what I want you to realize is that life is not meant to achieve things only. Life is meant to enjoy. Okay? Check out my life purpose video. Okay? I think I call it, what does it mean to live with purpose? And I talk about two things. Finding what you enjoy most and finding how you can use that to help other people. That's all that life is really about, okay? So, leave your comments below. Please subscribe because I hope to share more inspirational stories and get you thinking outside of the box, okay? It's not to say I know everything. I probably know nothing, okay? But if I feel like I've at least helped somebody somehow, I think that that's enough, okay? As always, live with purpose.